Hi everyone, I'm Holly Elizabeth. Welcome back to my channel. This video is actually going to be quite a serious one, so be prepared. Sit down, relax, grab a cup of tea, yeah, I'm gonna need it, and let's just get straight into it. So, as you all know by now, I'm a nursing associate, I work in the NHS. I've been going back and forth about making this video because in healthcare we're used to holding everything together even when we feel like everything's falling apart. But this is my honest experience of burnout, so yeah. So for a long time I didn't have a word for what I was feeling. I just knew I was exhausted, and not just physically but emotionally, and it felt like the kind of exhausted that sleep couldn't touch, you know? I just told myself it's just another busy shift. Everyone feels like this, at least I still have a job. So I stayed quiet and I carried on. I didn't feel like I could really speak up about it. So one thing I noticed is that burnout isn't just one big dramatic moment. It creeps in and it builds up. For me, it was waking up early before my shift with my chest already feeling tight, already feeling the anxiety, and this is going to sound bad, but honestly, the dread of going in. It was also, sitting in my car after work, just staring at the steering wheel, kind of waiting, trying to find the energy to actually just drive home. It was caring deeply about patients, but then also feeling ashamed when I felt I had nothing left to give. I'd smile on the ward and I'd go home and feel completely empty and drained and just absolutely exhausted. So being a nursing associate in the NHS is hard to explain to people who haven't lived it. You're trusted with responsibility, you're relied on heavily, and you're constantly adapting. Some days you're treated like support staff, and other days you are expected to function like a registered nurse, which is how I felt a lot of the time. It feels like you're in the middle, like carrying weight from both sides, and often just feeling invisible while you do it. Moral injury. That hurts the most. The hardest part wasn't the long shifts. The hardest part was feeling that I wasn't giving patients the care that they deserve, rushing when they needed more time, apologising for delays I couldn't control, and leaving shifts knowing someone needed more, but I just couldn't give it. That stays with you, and that's not stress. It's moral injury, and it hurts. So from my personal experience with burnout, I've kind of noticed that it's not one big dramatic meltdown that you think, oh, hang on, actually I am burnt out. That's not how it works, really. It was lots of small moments. So things like crying over things that didn't used to affect me, crying over absolutely anything and everything, which normally I just wouldn't cry over. There's also feeling numb instead of feeling proud of what I do. And also, this is going to sound bad, but I was counting down to my days off so I could try and rest and recover, and just knew that I wouldn't be under that stressful, what I felt was stressful environment, stressful situation. And I think my biggest realisation was that I realised that I wasn't just tired. I realised that I was actually starting to lose myself a little bit as well. And the guilt was heavy, because this is the NHS. Patients are suffering. Colleagues are stretched too. So it almost felt selfish to speak up and admit that I was burnt out. And it felt like I was letting everyone down. But the truth is, ignoring burnout doesn't make you stronger. It just sort of makes you disappear slowly. So don't ignore it, please. So for me, a holiday didn't fix it, self-care didn't fix it. What helped was me finally admitting that I can't do this without support, and that's okay. And understanding that burnout isn't weakness, it's what happens when caring people are pushed beyond their limits. That realization broke me, but it also saved me. So if you're a nursing associate, or just if you work in healthcare in general, and you're watching this video and you're thinking to yourself, I feel exactly like this, please hear me, okay? You're not failing, you're not ungrateful, you're not weak, and most importantly, you are not alone. If you're struggling, it's not because you're not strong enough, it's because you've been too strong for too long. And I'm sharing this experience because we don't talk about burnout enough in the NHS, I don't think. And no job, no matter how important it is worth losing yourself over. No job. If this resonated with you, you don't have to comment, just know that someone sees you and that you're not alone. Please take care of yourself, guys, because you deserve care too. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.